We're going to begin tonight with a day of remembrance for the victims of the 9/11 terror attacks 23 years ago today. The tribute and light still shining bright in Lower Manhattan to honor those killed. Eyewitness News reporter Jim Dolan with a look at how people are remembering and not forgetting what happened.
At dusk, the light from the setting sun bathes the cold steel panels of the Open Skies Memorial in Jersey City in a warm, reflective glow. Tonight, family members left flowers and traced the names of their loved ones and recalled all that was lost that harrowing day. It is proper to remember. It is impossible to forget.
He was only 31. He was only 31 when he died.
Kim comes here to remember Richard Rodriguez, a family friend who was just getting started.
He was a first aider with our family, our whole family are first responders, and he was with them.
Emilio Pete Ortiz.
Earlier at the 9/11 Memorial in Lower Manhattan, family members gathered for the annual reading of the names and the annual fog of memories that cloud the central moment of so many lives.
It's 23 years later, but it still feels very much like yesterday.
This time of year, it all comes flooding back, and it's pretty intense.
It is a solemn, a sacred rite, this service each year, an opportunity to gather with others who know the deep and eternal heartache of September 11th.
Had she just missed the train, we wouldn't be here. But my mom was a very strong person, and I know she's always with us watching.
Wanda Ortiz's husband had just become a father. She knows all about what was lost that day.
He would have made an awesome father, and I guess living vicariously through his eyes is what I do.
This is a day, a service for all who feel still the heartache, those who have lived it every day for 23 years, and those who have lived it their whole lives.
Uncle Joey, although we never met you, you will always be remembered.
Jim Dolan, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
There were, in fact, lots of gatherings into the night tonight, one of them on Staten Island at the Postcards Memorial to remember residents of that borough who were killed in the 9/11 attacks. Something to keep in mind, nearly a quarter of the New York firefighters killed that day were from Staten Island.
That's what I think of when I think of Staten Island, a place that is steeped in patriotism, steeped in love of country, a place where people understand what service is all about, but also what love is all about. Because it is love that gets you up in the morning on a day like today.
The ceremony and the governor paying tribute to the nearly 300 Staten Islanders killed on 9/11, as well as the first responders who have passed away since then from 9/11 related illnesses. Meanwhile, a kind of temporary political truce in Lower Manhattan today as political types were at ground zero to honor the victims of the 9/11 attacks. Fierce opponents, less fierce today. At this morning's memorial in Lower Manhattan, Donald Trump shaking hands with Vice President Kamala Harris and standing alongside President Biden. Former Mayor Bloomberg appearing to help launch this timeout. This just hours after the presidential candidates met for the first time ever at last night's debate. There was, in fact, a handshake there as well. Biden and Harris then traveled to Shanksville, Pennsylvania to lay a wreath in the memorial to Flight 93. Mr. Trump separately also put a wreath there. And then later in the day, Biden and Harris went to the Pentagon, where 184 people were killed on 9/11. Meanwhile, here at Channel 7, we suffered a big loss on September 11th. Eyewitness News engineer Don DeFranco killed in the terror attacks. Don was stationed at the top of the World Trade Center on the morning of 9/11. He went to work in the North Tower that morning, just like he did every day. Our station had just installed a new digital transmitter on the roof of the tower, and Don, who knew how to make or fix just about anything, Don was in charge of that. The moment the plane struck his tower, he called the station. He told us there was a problem. We never heard from him again. Don was just 43 years old. He was a hard worker, smart, funny, and a gentle soul. We miss him, and our thoughts are with his family. Meanwhile, last year, our dear friend and colleague, Eyewitness News photographer Todd Pierce, died after a long battle with a 9/11 related cancer last year. He was at ground zero for weeks back in 2001, covering the aftermath of the attacks for us. Todd was just 57. He covered some of the biggest and most important stories we have done over the last 20 years. His creativity and immense talent, his sense of humor and wide smile, and most importantly, his big heart. It touched all of us. Tonight we're thinking of his wife, Shelley, and their daughter, Sarah. Another look tonight at this most profound visual over Lower Manhattan called Tribute and Light. Two powerful beams of light to honor the victims. It is, in fact, a kind of vision of the town, the Twin Towers, lighting straight up into the sky. It's also some kind of art and so emotional. It lasts from sundown on September 11th until dawn tomorrow.